Welcome to Unfiltered, Pixel Pro Audio's weekly show. We're running sound through the Chameleon Labs 7721. Check it out. Hello, everyone. Welcome back around the drum. I'm Tay. This is David. That is Jay. And we have the Chameleon Labs 7721 stereo VCA compressor, and we're going to run sound through it. David, please tell us what we're going to hear.
We are going to hear 3 stereo tracks. One is a stereo drum track from my band, Shield the Survivors. Fast double kicks, lots of cymbals and whatnot. The second is drum tracks from a band called Unbroken, a band I produced and mixed. And then we're going to hear that same song from Unbroken, but the full mix. So we're going to run 2 drum tracks and a full mix through this stereo compressor.
Let's do it. Jay, should we do it?
Yeah, let's get going.
All right, so the first sample is my band, Shield the Survivors. This is metal, so fast kicks. Real snare, real toms, real cymbals, and the kick is a sample.
You got it set right now at what? Just like normal?
We'll just
what
go
you do?
default settings, and then we'll play with it from there.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go hard knee. This is drums peak, compression in, no sidechain. Just bring down the threshold. Turn it all the way wet.
Whoa. Banky.
A lot of impact.
Yeah.
Ooh, really like that tom run through this. Turn the wet back all the way up. Go lighter ratio. Faster release, slower attack. Kick's getting compressed a lot. Let's roll that off. Bypass it.
Funny how that compression made it almost sound like Metallica's from that movie they did, that monster movie. Was that album they were recording?
Oh. So the output gain keeps it amplified even when the compressor's off. So I'll show you in the next one. Next up, we've got a song called Black Lines from the band Unbroken. These are just the drum tracks. Up next, we'll have the mix. But this is a little bit slower. All real drums. And we're going to start soon. Here we go.
Come on, David. Hey, you rookie.
Check this out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the compression out is not a bypass. It's just taking the compressor out, leaving the amplification in the circuit.
Right.
So to bypass, you turn to dry all the way.
Oh, okay. I was like, why am I not hearing compression? So I'm just moving the threshold. Just trying to catch those snare peaks. Go 4-1. A bit smackier.
I mean, it's not even showing a dB of compression right now.
Yeah, I know we're doing
A lot more than that.
Yeah.
So the U meter's not really showing us exactly what's going on,
Right. I
No.
think the ballistics are off on that.
but you can hear what you're doing.
Right. You should mix with your ears anyway.
Right, exactly.
You have the wetness all the way up.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it back to dry. We're gonna blend that in. That sounds boring now. 50-50? Yeah, so that's what, 60-40 maybe?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
That sounds really good.
It does. That blend knob is amazing. I would use that all the time.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Oh, yeah. Let's make this release time a bit more subtle. Less pumping. Oh, let's go all the way wet. That attack might be a bit too slow. It's not catching those snare peaks.
So can you try to bypass it by doing using the wet control to go all the way to the left?
That's pretty good, actually. And then you can... Yeah, that matches, because I have the output gain made up for it a little bit. Let's try to just smack this thing, make an effect.
So you can hear the room coming up.
Yeah, when you blend it, when it's like pumpy like that, it gets a lot of that impact, but you can blend it in with the drums, so you can have like a parallel drum compression just for that smack.
Yeah, I think it sounds really good.
With this full mix, are we going to start off with the super smack with that?
I think we should start out with no compression and I think you should try to dial it in, and then let's do some bypass on, output gain, or not output gain, blend back and forth.
That's a good idea. So I'll start off with my classic SSL settings on a master bus.
Input
Tay.
settings.
All right, and...
All right.
Soft knee.
Yeah, I went soft knee and RMS because it's a bus, so I want it to compress the average level, not peaks. It'll give us less of a pumping effect. We have a 10 millisecond attack, 1.2 millisecond release, or 1.2 second release. I should also note that I mix into a bus compressor, so right away, right off the bat, I have a bus compressor loaded up. With this mix, doesn't have one on it because I wanted to use the hardware. So into the loud part.
When you call out my love, you called out my bluff. You made me see. You made me
Check it for level.
realize with your devil eyes what I need. Hi.
Later ratio. 2 to 1.
It's the wrong direction.
threshold down.
I'm turning from what I need. You had me on my knees.
You can already hear it having a lot of impact on the drums.
When you called out my love, you called out my bluff.
That's boring.
I didn't see
Yeah,
all
it
the
sounds really good.
lines, all the call signs.
I'm gonna roll off some of the low end
for me.
so it doesn't compress with the kicks as much.
It's the wrong direction. I'm turning from what I need. You had me on my knees. I'll beg and plead. I need you to leave. Get out of my life.
Crush this thing.
You're full of sin. You're full of sin. Yeah. Get out of my It's the wrong direction. I'm turning from what I need. You had me on my knees. I'll beg and plead. I need you to leave.
The compression on-off thing throws me for a loop a little bit, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear the makeup gain when I go out of compression because it throws your perception off.
Right, right.
So I mean, the answer is you have the wet dry blend, but that's
Right.
what I would always end up using for that function. But the only issue with that then though is if you've got it dialed in where you want it and then you wanted to bypass it, you got to get it right back where you had it, which is a little bit of a bummer, I think.
Right. So what I've got for settings here, what I was doing at the end, I learned this trick from Nolly, big metal producer for those guys who know him. So I used a pretty fast attack at 1 millisecond just to catch those snare hits because I want the snare nice and loud, but I don't want it peaking my meters. And then I've got a super fast release, so you don't even hear the compression. It just kind of tames it and fattens up the snare. And I used a high-pass filter on the sidechain circuit so that the compressor did not hear anything below 60 hertz. And then I just brought it down to where I thought it sounded good. And I'm using a small ratio at only 2-to-1. And I thought it gave it a little bit of a nice pumping effect, but in an exciting way, not like an over-the-top kind of way.
If you're looking at a compressor and you're watching the VU meter to see what you're doing, you're not doing it right, in my opinion.
Right. You gotta mix with your eyes, not your ears.
Yep.
No, other way on. Mix with your ears, not your eyes, kids.
Guys, let's get back around the drum. All right, we're regathered here when we listen to it. What do we think, Jay?
I feel like this is an excellent VCA style compressor. To me, it reminds me a lot of the SSL bus compressor, and that obviously is a very good thing. I mean, that's a well-known design and everything. But what really stands out to me and what would be useful to me in a mix is the blend knob.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's something that a lot of compressors should have and would benefit from. We were kind of talking about it, and I think like if even just having that so that you can kind of listen to what the compressor is doing and dialing it. I'll probably still sit at 100% most of the time when I'm 100% wet, but just having it there I think will really help people dial things in and gives you a lot of sonic options that you just don't have if it's just a straight bypass,
Right.
Lame question. Does this have a lot more than typical VCA compressor has? Like a lot more options and variables here and knobs to switch?
Yeah, because it has both the wet dry blend and the hard knee, soft knee, the RMS and peak, the high pass sidechain filter.
Would you find that on a console?
No.
All that
God,
stuff?
No.
So yeah, I mean this is a feature rich version of in my opinion, I don't know much about the design other than it's a VCA based design.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, this is like a super feature rich version of the SSL compressor.
Okay.
A much better price than an SSL compressor.
Yeah, we should say this is going for $7.99 at pixelproaudio.com, and for that price, I'm blown away.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. And
Yeah.
I thought it was really forgiving. The other thing I thought was it was really forgiving. You'll see in the video, we were really slamming it because we were figuring it out as we were going. I mean, you saw us messing with this for the first time. This was not like some scripted thing.
Right.
So we were really just messing with it, and we were learning about what that blend knob does. And we were learning about what the compressor out button does, which is it does not bypass the output gain.
Right.
And so I saw you, and in my head I was thinking the exact same thing. You were cranking up the output gain because we were listening to the wet and the dry, and we're like, what's going on?
And
I keep turning it up because it sounded like we needed makeup gain, but that's just the design. So we learned that, and then as we went on in the take, we weren't clipping as much.
Right.
But the bottom line is even though we were clipping, we kind of zoomed in and we saw there was a little bit of clipping there, but it wasn't nearly as much as what the light was showing.
Well, I think the electronics in here is saturated, and it kind of clipped it in a good way before it hit the converters.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were really hitting the output hard.
Yeah.
And it didn't like go or sound terrible or anything like that.
Right. It just got really loud.
Yeah, too loud.
Yes.
David, what did you think overall? Do you have any impressions or takes coming out of that?
I haven't told you guys this, but I think I'm gonna get one of these.
He's getting married.
Yeah, so backstory. I got a distressor for my wedding gift. So is that why you said that?
Yeah.
No, that is not
Oh.
why. You just the way you were like, I've got an announcement, guys.
Oh.
So you're either gonna quit or you're getting married.
Well, he's having a
Oh.
chameleon baby.
He's having a chameleon baby.
I really like this thing.
I
I
do
think it
too.
works great on a stereo bus. I would love it on a drum bus as well.
Oh yeah, it sounded awesome on drums.
Oh
I
yeah, you
thought
could
it's-
really just spank it.
like we were hitting it hard,
Yeah.
but I thought it sounded really good. I would have
Yeah.
so much fun with this compressor in my setup.
I'm really blown away at how this thing sounds
Nice.
at this price point. It looks amazing, so extra points for that. But it sounds really impressive, super useful. Like the RMS and the peak settings, the hard knee, soft knee. You're not going to find anything like that for this price point.
Yeah.
That's made in the U.S. and is this high quality.
And we know, just because we're in business with Chameleon Labs, we know that they spent a lot of time on this.
Mhm.
So this was
Mhm.
not some half thrown together clone of an SSL or something. This is a really well thought out design that has had a lot of time and R&D put into it.
Yeah.
And people should definitely give it a look. Listen to more sound samples online and really give it a look. It's a cool compressor.
Yeah, I said in the unboxing video, I'd been waiting for this compressor for like 3 years. Yeah.
It's a long engagement.
I got a question here.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the sidechain input and what you would use that for.
Personally, I wouldn't use it. I'm not really big into side chaining.
I'm not a huge sidechain guy either, but a lot of people like to use that to kind of, what would you say?
Soften up some things, make room for other things. So like,
Right, like almost like ducking and stuff.
Right,
Like some
right.
people will use that, like they'll run a kick drum through it or something to kind of get it to compress some material to open up space.
so yeah, one thing I can think of is if you're running a guitar bus through this. So you've got left and right guitars running through it, and you want to make sure your kicks stay, poking through. You'd run the kick into the side chain so that the guitars compress just a little bit
Okay.
when the kicks hit.
Right, almost like makes it duck just a hair, and it's usually something that's done very subtly.
Yeah.
For me, a compressor that sounds this good and with this many features, I'm not going to use it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Cool.
people definitely
Good.
could.
You could, yes, it's
Yeah.
a nice feature to have on there.
Now, David, you want one, but is that all you would want? Would you want two? Would you want three?
Sure, give me
Well-
a whole console full of these.
Yeah, to be honest, I would probably use 3 of them. I don't know if I can afford 3, but I would want one on my drum bus, my drum parallel bus. And the reason I would want 2 different drum buses is because I send a different mix to my drum parallel bus, so I wouldn't just use the wet dry blend.
Okay.
And then I would want one for the mix bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let us know how many you would want and what you would use these for, and let us know what you think about what you heard here. And if you have other opinions, if you've heard this before somewhere else, if you've heard other sound samples, excuse me, please leave a comment. We would love to hear about it. Do you guys have anything more to say about the 7721?
No, get it. It's good.
Excellent. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please go over to pixelproaudio.com/allaccess and sign up for our newsletter. That way you'll be signed up for our free giveaways every quarter, and you'll also be alerted to the newest Unfiltered video that comes out. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the drum next time.
I need you to slow things down a little bit, Taylor. Yeah!
Get your equipment together, man.
Oh, cheese whiz.
I don't think you do.
That'll be okay, right?
No.
Then I'll do it. Ha! La-dee-dee.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yep.
Nope.
Nope. I might auto-tune it.
I'm easily amused. Those kinds of things entertain me. You got to text
I'm
me.
Hey, doesn't
definitely not
smile.
sweet. I'm definitely not innocent. Okay.
Leave it. It's fine. That's fine.
We're taking out.
Let's be clear.
Sick of this shit.
I'm
You.
sick of your shirt.
Sick of this shirt.
You're giving away all the secrets. I'd be happy.
Jay's got his Tuesday shirt on.
I never thought he was cool.
We're not
What?
really. That's a different video. Let's get right to the sounds. But first, I'm getting low energy over here.
Welcome back around the drum. I'm blah, 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 blah. Ro-
I was not prepared. My foot was like this when he started.